money feed. You see how I feel? They turn to a killer when she I believe. She still feeling well. I got that pop my shit, cause I be feeling myself. Nigga be feeling himself. They got told in Montana, I don't need no one help. Yeah, I don't need no one help. Tell her she got that lung, it is so strong, she didn't even come up fit out.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down to the 22-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Buffalo 18, 18, Pioneers, go, Reed, go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. Santoso now to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They go play action with Lawrence. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the slot man goes in motion left. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To the right side.
Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Gets around him.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, they'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Calvin Ridley, 35 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 14-7. Santoso now to send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
That second down play, that's a -4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Up and good for Santoso. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Jalen Waddle. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd down, Lawrence. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
Up and good for Santoso.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
We can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. They run it again with Hill. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 25. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. For the lead, here's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Ryan Santoso now in a high-pressure spot. This for the lead in the final stages. Up and good for Santoso. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points. He's got a man complete.
Has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18 tight.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Ready?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,